Duct tape. It's sticky, strong, and is loved by many for being one tool that can solve lots of different problems. Describe a problem that duct tape could help solve. From simple fixes to missions in outer space, you never know when duct tape could be helpful. The same thing is true for pi, one of the most helpful problem solvers in the world of math. Pi is a lowercase letter in the modern Greek alphabet. It's written like this, with two slightly curved lines and a slightly curved line on top. In math, it's used as a symbol to represent a specific number. Pi is one of many symbols used in math to represent numbers, like a lowercase e or the Greek letter tau. In its simplest and shortest form, pi is equal to 3.14. Every year, people around the world celebrate this number on the 14th day of the third month of the year, March 14th, 314, Pi Day. In this lesson, we'll learn about pi, discover why people celebrate it, and explore how it can be used to solve even more problems than duct tape. Let's dive in. We often say that pi equals 3.14, but that's only its simplest form, because pi actually represents a ratio. A ratio is a relationship between two numbers. The ratio pi is the relationship between two parts of a circle. The circumference, which is the length of a line that forms the outside edge of a circle, and the diameter, which is the length of a straight line that connects one side of a circle to the other and crosses through the middle. Watch what happens when we use this line, the length of the diameter, to measure the outside edge of the circle. How many times can this line fit around the edge of the circle? The line fits around the outside edge of the circle a little more than 3 times. See? There's still a little room left over. That little left over is defined by the numbers after this decimal point, 1, 4. But the numbers don't stop there, because that little left over is slightly more than 0.14. So slight, in fact, that the numbers keep going, and going, and going forever. This number can't fit on a screen, a piece of paper, or anywhere. And that's why we use a symbol to stand for it, pi. So, what kind of math problems can pi be used to solve? In basic geometry, pi can be used to accurately measure shapes including circles and spheres. Let's think about some places in the real world where we see these shapes. Streetlights, satellites, the human eye. Engineers, astronomers, medical professionals, and many others use pi in their designs, calculations, and studies. Pi can also be used to measure anything that travels in waves, like water, sound, and light. And it can even help us tell time. See how the path of this pendulum creates part of a circle? Clock designers use pi to ensure that the pendulum is designed and built just right, so the clock does not move too slowly or too quickly. What do these examples teach us about pi? Pi is used in many parts of our everyday lives, and throughout history, it has fascinated people. Remember how the numbers after the decimal point go on forever? Defining those exact numbers has been a challenge taken on by mathematicians for thousands of years. Today, thanks to the help of supercomputers, we have calculated over 100 trillion digits of pi, and there are still more to go. For many people, this never-ending number has presented an exciting question. How many numbers of pi could I memorize? In 2014, a first grader in Louisiana recited just over 600 digits. In 2005, a college student in China planned to recite over 90,000 digits, but made a mistake after reciting 67,890. In 2006, Akira Haraguchi set the unofficial world record in Japan, reciting 100,000 digits over the course of 16 and a half hours. People who memorize pi use different techniques, from thinking of the numbers in smaller parts, like imaginary phone numbers, to connecting multiple different sounds with each number and reciting stories in their heads made from the sounds. Another creative way of having fun with pi is a form of poetry called Pi-lish. In Pi-lish writing, the number of letters in each word corresponds with each number of pi, like this. This word has 3 letters, this has 1, this has 4, this has 1. Following pi, how many letters should the next word have? The next word should have 5 letters, since that's the next number in pi. Here's a fun 5-letter word. May I have a slice of pie? Around the world, getting together with friends and eating pie is one of the easiest and tastiest ways to celebrate Pi Day. Don't forget, a pie is a circle, and if you want to measure it to make the perfect slice, you'll have to use pi. Now it's time to show what you know. What is one way you would like to celebrate Pi Day this year? Maybe you want to learn more about the ways pi is used in the real world, or you might try memorizing 10, 20, or even more digits. Thanks for learning with us and for taking another step toward putting together the pieces of the past.